How do you use some of these digital voice assistants, Amazon Echo and Alexa, or Google Assistant? Do you see these as becoming important going forward as perhaps the consumer adoption increases and the way you can advertise using these platforms?
The way we are focusing on all of those areas, if you think about things like voice, augmented reality, virtual reality, some of those areas, what we're doing is we're experimenting because they're still fairly nascent technologies in terms of being really coming up to a scaled level. So we're experimenting with different ways that we can engage with consumers because ultimately that's going to be the future of where things are going to go.
And when you look at some of the other perhaps traditional mediums, podcasts is an example of a traditional medium going digital to some extent, and we're seeing that with TV too, these over-the-top streaming services, etc. So when you look at the TV platform, what opportunities are you seeing there?
Well, the TV platform is doing precisely what you just described, which is it's morphing now into over-the-top streaming services. So we're going to have a mixture of paid supported TV as well as just ad-supported, so free TV. So I think we'll see that kind of shake out. Now, what's happening is a virtual explosion of what's going on. So that's one of the reasons why we're joining forces with the likes of people like Katie Couric Media, with Ariana Huffington's Thrive, with Jelly Wolf, with Tribeca, with Queen Latifah, with other forces to help us figure out how we can engage in that over-the-top space. And so really kind of reinvent advertising in such a way that it'll be able to play in the over-the-top space without necessarily having ads. The other thing we're doing is looking at other places like Quibi. Quibi, we just announced we're one of the founding partners or early partners on Quibi, which is Quick Bites, which is essentially on your mobile phone, content that's on your phone that then we'll be able to put our ads on there and other types of innovative ways of connecting with people.
I'm interested in what you said around sort of some of these over-the-top services as well. How would you sort of put advertising in some of these services without it looking at advertising? Is it sort of going back to sort of quite old school things like product placement, or is it something a little bit more finer?
It's a little different, yeah. I think it's a good question. Let me give you an example of what we did, which was not a streaming service, but it was the idea. We did a partnership with Nat Geo, National Geographic, plus Global Citizen, and what we did is we told stories. These were 60-minute documentaries that talked about stories of how Global Citizen is working on ways to end extreme poverty, and it ended up in some of the areas I described earlier around citizenship, on gender equality and sustainability and whatnot. What we did is our brands were embedded in there in terms of things that they were doing to make the world a better place. So some of the work we're doing on education with Always. So it was a little piece of the brand was in there, and it was authentic and it was engaging, and then we created what we called story stretches. So you could go online or on the platform to be able to get more. So it was a little bit more documentary type of advertising as opposed to just straight up traditional advertising.
Hi, I'm James Wright, and thanks for watching Marketing Media Money. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thanks for watching.